back. You hear me? Man, you hear
Yo,
me? Hey, text me this link.
yo,
Text me this link, dog.
this one.
Uh-huh. I don't know if I'm sending out the right one or not. When I get on my computer, I got a button, like a quick connect. Somebody was asking me for it, saying it wasn't working.
I just used the number. I ain't even on the phone. I'm on the computer.
Oh, you just put that number in. Okay.
Yeah, yeah. If they got Zoom or anything, just I can send you the number, but that's what you want.
Hold on. Phone IG. What's up, bro? How you feeling? Yeah, see
Man,
that
well rested. You know what I'm saying? How you doing, black man?
feels good. Feels good, brother. You seen that fight last night?
I fell asleep.
What?
Yeah, I fell asleep. I got home off work. Said, you know what, man? I'm gonna get a little bit of red beans here. Got a little bowl of that. Yeah.
Yo, sorry I'm late, man. I was out with Bud last night, man.
It
Celebrate.
was it was a new day. My partner hit me up. The boy said, he said, did you see the fight? I say, no. He said, well, ain't worth it, man. It wasn't even competitive. I said, don't tell me that. And he's like, yeah, bro, it got ugly real fast. He said, damn.
I'm seeing out the wrong. Oh yeah,
I,
it
I
did.
went on I went on Instagram and it said the link don't exist.
Huh?
Yeah, when you click it with your name, the one you got in your bio, it said
I just fucking hit the shit.
I'm
Literally,
gonna send it
dog.
to your text. Well, that would have said on the it said don't support something. So I'm gonna
Oh,
send
it
it to
worked
you.
because my partner just used that. But the other one I had, I think I probably sent the nigga that one of them G links, right?
But yeah, it got
To
ugly
the meeting room.
really cool. I was just like, yeah. Back to the
Nah,
drawing
You
board
sent that
again.
boy OG link?
yeah. Here's the fun fact about all of this, dog. So a dude I follow, he he big on the guy who won. So this whole
Mhm.
time I'm thinking he's the guy. I didn't know this dude was the underdog in the fight.
Oh yeah, he was. Yeah,
How did I know that?
Yeah,
I never
Spence
seen
was
the
supposed to
other
win.
guy before.
You never heard of Bud?
I never heard of Spence.
Oh, Spence. Yeah,
I only
Spence.
heard of your boy, not because of his fighting, but the dude who I follow, he from Omaha. He always he talk about that dude who boxed and the Rams. That be the only like people he put up there and fucking Dipsey Hustle. So this whole while, that's the only person I know that's fighting. You know what I'm
Right,
saying? And then when I
right.
started, they were like, damn, Spence, what the fuck? I was like, wait, he, he not so your boy not supposed to be winning right now. Okay.
That nigga beat the piss off Spence.
That reminded me of that Tyson Fury Wilder. That's exactly what it was. All over again.
But he was dodging Bud. He had been dodging that fight for like 3-4 years.
Woo! Dodge that bitch.
Now you see why. Niggas better stop playing with Bud, bro. That nigga put on a clinic last night. But anyway. Anywho, get to these charts.
Get to the business that pays us. Hold on.
Hey, you want me to? Well, I guess I could mind what I was going to show you after we finish.
With this, you talking about with the
Yeah, the imbalance.
hold on. I'm coming. How the fuck? What the fuck going on, man? All right, hold on. Let us share. You wanted to share your screen? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, but we could run through everything else first, and we could double back.
That is everything. None of these.
All right, well.
No
all right, well. Make me the host then, bro.
Except for now.
Make me the host then, dog. I'm gonna show my screen. I'm gonna show it. It's gonna be quick.
Why do I feel like this shit is super complicated now, bro? What the fuck?
They upgraded the interface for Zoom.
I don't know. I ain't go to sleep like 3, 4 o'clock, bro.
Oh, okay.
Cool. All right, you got it.
You are now the host. Just screen. All right. Y'all see me?
I think this looks exquisite.
It's a 5-minute, dog. I can really teach this on any time frame, but let me go. I'm gonna go to the 4-hour. So me and Winston yesterday, we was talking about this trade that I had showed him a while back called it's like a market imbalance. And the market imbalance is basically when the market leaves a wick. So I'm gonna just hold up. Because we already know what happened anyway. But when the market just leaves a wick and it has no candle bodies next to it. So at first I told Winston it wasn't a trade idea. It's just something to pay attention to while you're trading, because 9 times out of 10, the market is gonna try to find price in its wick. So I found a way to trade it. Most times when you trade it, you're gonna have to be patient when you trade it, but you could find entries to get in. And this time, it's an order block. So I'm gonna explain to you what an order block is. So an order block is the last candle of the opposite color in a trend. Like for instance, this candle right here would be a bearish order block because this is a bearish trend. So if price was to trade back into this order block, it should sell off. But on this particular day, this candle in question, we had news. So when you have news, the market is, do what it want to do. But it left an imbalance. So in order for you to trade this imbalance, you had to find entry. So basically, if I was trading this market on this day, I'm looking for an entry to take it to the upside, right? Because this candle clearly, we cleared out all these sellers and shit up here. So because with this wick, so you find there's a 4-hour order block right here. Price came down to the bottom of the order block and never came back. We put bodies next to these candles. So this could have been your price target right here. Now, normally, we will call this a swing high, right, Winston?
Yeah, I believe so.
So you call it, so if you close above the swing high, the objective is to get picked up from the swing high to take it higher, but that don't always work. The objective is this. So once you close above this swing high, we're gonna call it a swing high for right now. The market is looking for liquidity up here. So what happens is this. So this is what we call buy side liquidity up here. So as a retail trader, like us, like the retail traders, we looking at it like this. Okay, so we closed above the swing high, so I'm about to take it higher. And you could have made money off of that because it came back and picked you up and went higher. But like smart money looking at it as, okay, we closed above it, but we're gonna sell back down to find liquidity down here. We call these equal lows. You got equal lows, then we created equal highs up here, but we ain't gonna, that's neither here nor there. So how you trade the market imbalance is this. You find either a gap, you find a gap bounce to trade it back in either direction, or an order block. Now, what I learned about order blocks is that's where like the big people trade, like the the market makers, they trade order blocks. And I'm gonna show you what I'm talking about. So I'm gonna go down to the 1 hour and show you. But this is what I traded Friday. So this is a 4 hour order block. We ain't touched that yet. But this is a 1 hour order block. Right? And I sent this to the group Friday. I said either I'm buying what else I was buying? Either buying this 45.83 or selling this, whichever came first. This came first. I sold it. Nice trade. It's an order block. Now, this is the conundrum. We left a wick right here. So now it's up to us to find a trade to get in to sell this back down, because what we're gonna do, all we're gonna do is sell back down to find liquidity down here. So this is what we consider sell side liquidity. But you got an order block right here. So order blocks, like I said, order blocks are where the big boys trade at. So you normally get a lot of movement around order blocks, depending on what time frame it is. Most times it's a 1 hour and a 4 hour, right? So in order for you to trade this, what we're gonna call it the market imbalance, in order for you to trade this, find entry higher or lower, whichever side the wick is on. So let me see. Let me squeeze it out. It's really, it's like, it's more to it. I don't want to overcomplicate it, but 9 times out of 10, find you an order block. So if y'all need me to go into deeper detail what an order block is, so you can spot it and make it easier for you to trade it, that's cool too. But like this, like I said on Friday, this was the order block that I traded. I took a little heat on it, but overall I got paid. I wanted it to come down here, but it didn't. This was my price target, but it turned around right here because of it. I don't know why. It just did. It is what it is. But when you trading, or whatever setup that you trade, whether you trade levels, upside down dragons, buy water criminals, whatever you trade, when you see a market imbalance and the market is trading in that direction, 9 times out of 10, we're going to find liquidity under this wick. So in order for us to find liquidity under this wick, we got to put bodies of candles. We got to trade through the wick. As you see, we traded through the wick on this one. Created a gap. Traded through the wick. And I think Winston, I think this one you traded, right?
I traded the gap bounce, and I also traded a market imbalance.
Yeah.
So
yeah. So in order for you to find your entry on these trades, because I remember because I watched the video yesterday, And when Winston was telling me, I said it wasn't a trade. It is a trade, but I just didn't understand it well enough to find entry. But now I know how to find entry on this trade. And sometimes even if you go down to the 5 minute, like right here, market imbalance. Right. We trade down. So when the market starts trading down, you start seeing the trend of us trading down. Then we have one up close candle. Boom, that's a 5 minute order block. So you trade back up to the order block on this candle. You see that wick? Boom, trade back down. Guess what? Body's next to this candle. Got liquidity down here. Once we grab the liquidity from down here, we take that liquidity and we bring it back up here. It's simple. So when you see these wicks, you about to say something? You say something?
Me? No.
Yeah. Okay. So when you see these wicks down here, bro, or even up top, and the market is trading in that direction, 9 times out of 10, we're going to find liquidity beneath it. So just like you see on this candle, we traded through this candle, traded through that wick. Picked up this liquidity and bought it to the other side. Because the market is always looking for liquidity. That's all it's doing. So you could call it a level, you could call it, whatever you want to call it, but it's liquidity. You could say this was a swing low. You could call it whatever you want. But if you go look at this stuff and back test it on your own charts, on your own time, you're going to start seeing it. The market is looking for liquidity. Boom. So for me, trading this, you could have been like, all right, well, boom, I see the liquidity pool down here. We trading down. Boom, we created an order block. So I'm putting my order at this order block. So I would have put an order here to sell down and the order here to sell down just to make sure I get picked up. To sell at my target price, to get out, the trade right here. So from 46.03 to 45.90, 45.89. That's a trade. I mean, what else we trying to do? We be making money, or what we trying to do? That was a fucking trade. I mean, you take that trade, you get out the market, you go about your business, you're done. But let's go to a higher time frame. I think I did the 4 hour already. Let's go to the daily. You see it on the daily too. Let's see if I can spot a good one on the daily. Right here. Market imbalance. But this one's a little tricky though. And then on the daily, it take a little longer. This is a trade that you would have to wait for and be patient for. But it really didn't. It did give you entry on the daily time frame. It probably gave you entry on a smaller time frame, like the 4 hour or something like that. So we will have to find that. But all in all, still the same thing. Still the same thing.
Trade that motherfucker.
Yeah, same thing. And you could call this right here order block, and it came down to the order block, but like I said, it's probably entry on a smaller time frame because this 23 hours worth of trading in one candle. So you probably have to find entry on a smaller time frame, but the premise is the same. These imbalances, like Winston said, what you say, you 9 for 10 trading that? So it works.
Maybe 8.
It works, but I prefer to trade it on a smaller time frame, like the 1 hour or the 4 hour. Because, I'm a day trader, you know what I'm saying? So I'm trading intraday price action, 4 hour, 1 hour, 5 minute, stuff like that. So when I find those trades on those smaller time frames like that, those are the trades that I find lucrative because I don't got to be in the market all day. Sometimes I'll be in the trade might take 30 minutes. Sometimes it might take 5 minutes. You know what I'm saying? But I'm out the market. So like I was saying, even with this trade I took on Friday, you know, my target was here. Didn't quite get there. So I got out. I think I got out about up in here somewhere. It was a nice trade with 6 contracts.
So is this a form of scalping?
It's day trading. That's what. So we trade the ES.
Supreme. I'm gonna tell you
I
right now.
only said that in the when he like reduced the timeline to the time frames to
that 5 minute.
Yeah.
That bitch, it comes at you quick. Life comes at you.
Said, bro, but on the 5, said I trade the 5 minute.
I can't go down there.
No, the 5 minute be paying, bro.
5 minutes be man.
This is the 5 minute, just like right here, bro. Like but you got to be able to process information fast. So if you can't process information fast, stay on a higher time frame.
Put me on the 10. I'm fucking slow.
You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, bro, like see an auto block, boom. Even this auto block up here, we came straight to the auto block, sold all. We never closed above it. So it's just once you like, that's what the big niggas trade at. So I want to trade with y'all. So I know if y'all like to trade auto blocks and shit like that, I'm riding with y'all. So if I know that if the liquidity is down here and we trading up here and we keep creating a trend to the downside, 3 candles are the same color, closing congruent to each other, that's a trend. Boom. Then all of a sudden we create this candle, but we don't break trend. We didn't break the trend. We still close inside of the trend. Okay, this probably gonna be an order block. So we keep selling. Oh, we sell past this. Okay, cool. Pick me up here.
All right, you answered my question then, because I was about to say what's the steps, and you finished it. All right.
Yeah. So once you trend, you got the trend, you got 3 red candles in a row. Boom. Then you have this green candle. But we still close inside of this trend. Cool. Next candle, red, red. Now we selling, we beyond this green candle. We close below it. So now this is an order block. Once we trade through this candle, that's an order block.
And what would be your entry of that order block?
So the perfect entry is the opening price of this candle. Right here. The opening price of this green candle. That's the perfect entry, but you don't always get that entry. So I will put my entry out at the wick, at the bottom of the wick right here, and at the body. So I know for sure this gonna get picked up and this might get picked up. Either way, I'm in this trade. My stop loss, I'm putting my stop loss above this order block because once this order block is created, we shouldn't trade back through this order block. If we trade back through this order block, then I'm supposed to get stopped out. Price not supposed to trade back through this order block until we pick up more buyers. The buyers are down here on this liquidity pool right here. Boom, the buyers down here. And as you can see, we picked them up. Closed above. Now we trading back up. But my entries here, and this is the 5 minute. Entries here, entries here. Stop loss is up here. Because we shouldn't trade back through this order block. So if we trade back through this order block abruptly like that, that means either some news came out or the market just wants to go to the upside. And that's fine. But I take a loss. I'll take my loss. Because you're not gonna win every trade. But if you was in the right place at the right time, this is your trade, you take that to the downside. Your price target should be the bottom of this wick right here, because we're gonna trade through it. No. And that's exactly what we did. We traded through it. So even on a 4 hour, I think me and Winston, I think we was talking about this last Sunday on the Zoom about, I think we was trading here, right? This was the Zoom. Was it this? Oh, no, this right here.
Mm-hmm.
So we had two scenarios. First scenario was us coming here first and selling off, or us selling off first, trading through this candle, then reversing back to the upside. We traded through this candle. As you can see, you could call that a swing low. That's what liquidity is. So most times when people see we close below a swing low, they're gonna put all this down here to sell. That's not the case. All this is liquidity, bro. This sell side liquidity. So, and then we're gonna bring this liquidity back to the upside. And that's exactly what we did. Hold up. Let me get my yeah. Where was that, bro? I messed it up. Where was that? What was that, dog? Right here. Wait.
You talking about what you were just?
Well, I'm waiting April, man. I'm tripping. Where we at? Where we at? Right here. Right here. So, and then you could call this would be buy side liquidity, right? So the market was running last week, as you can see. So the market, if you see the market is bullish like this, and you see, okay, well, hey, we traded through this low, reversed, boom, 9 times. Remember, stop sign. Traded straight through that, didn't even respect it. You know why? Because that's not what the market was looking for. The market was looking for liquidity higher. But back to the market imbalance. Finding those trades, bro, I don't know. I don't know how else to put it, but finding your entry, especially like on an order block or a gap bounce in the direction of the imbalance, 9 times out of 10, we're gonna trade through that imbalance. Just like we did here on the 4-hour, trade through the imbalance. So now we got we still got liquidity down here that we gotta come pull down here. So not saying we're gonna do it this week, but just keep in mind, see these wicks like this. All right, so we set this the low right here. This the low, this the high of last week. So what the market gonna do is we're gonna either find liquidity up here and sell down to this liquidity, or we're gonna find liquidity down here and buy up to this liquidity. That's all the market does. And if I'm lying, I'm flying. You got your low, you got your high. You can make that you can say that's your range. So once we pull the liquidity from up here and sell down to this liquidity, then you got a 4-hour order block right here. I had just put it on my chart before we started the Zoom. This is a 4-hour order block. Last up close candle, trade through that candle. When price returns to this area, it should sell off. So that could be a trade idea for next week. Now, and then it's a 4-hour order block. So 4-hour order blocks and 1-hour order blocks whole week. I didn't watch it. I didn't back tested it. I didn't did all the homework. If you don't believe me, you could do it yourself. But I didn't did the homework already. I didn't find 1-hour order blocks and broke it down on the 1-minute chart and saw how it traded. I then broke it down on the 5-minute chart and saw how it traded. I then broke 4-hour order blocks down on a 1-hour chart. On a 5-minute, 1 minute, I then broke it down. So this where the big boys trade at, order blocks. And then you got your buy side liquidity, you got your sell side liquidity down here. And the reason why, and I'm gonna explain that, the reason why they call this sell side liquidity is because retail traders believe that if we close below a swing low, we should keep selling. And if we close above a swing high, we should keep buying. But the market just That's how the market, that's how people get cooked in the market, because the market is looking for liquidity to bring to the other side of the market, and vice versa. The liquidity up here, bring it down to the other side of the market. Show you an example of that right quick. Then I'm gonna get a flow to Winston. So like even right here, this was just swing high on the 4 hour, closed above it. We didn't close above it. We just picked up the orders, consolidated. We consolidated, then sold off. Brought liquidity back down here. Boom. You got equal lows. See, when you have equal lows like this, you could call it a level. You call it whatever you want. It's a level, equal lows, whatever. Liquidity, boom, pick that up, took it back up to the upside right here, but we still never closed above this. So if we couldn't get above this high, let alone this high, that's a sign of weakness. So we're probably gonna sell off again. And this is the 4 hour time frame. So on a 4 hour, you could just let shit play out and just pick your spots to where you want to get in and trade. Me personally, I'm more aggressive. I'm on the 1 hour, I'm on the 5 minute, I'm on the 1 minute trading. Because I don't have all day. I just want to get in and get out. But these market imbalances or liquidity pools, that's where the money resides. So knowing that we trade through this, pick up buyers, we're gonna come back to the upside. Same here on the 1 hour, because you got this your range, right? This your range. You got your high, you got your low. As a matter of fact, the fib on it. You got your high, 100%, you got your low. And I think on one of the Zooms, either last week or the week before, I was telling y'all that the market likes to buy at a discount and sell at a premium. The premium is anywhere between 76 and 61%. Ironically, coincidentally, this order block and the 76% kind of in the same area. Look what we sold off from. %. So we bought up from kind of like in between the discount of 50 and 38. That's like where the market tends to rebound. But if the market traded the way I thought it was going to trade, back down to the 38%, look what's down here, an order block. If I'm making this, I wish I was making this up, dog, but I'm not. Shit, simple. Shit is simple. Simple. I yield my time. You got it, Winston.
Y'all got questions?
You got a question?
No, I'm asking, do they have any questions?
Bro, so, and then especially when you have a move like this, like a bullish move, I mean a bearish move like this, man, and then we set a low and we trade down close to the low, we can't sell through this low, that's your move. You draw your fib on your move, 9 times out of 10, the market gonna sell off or sell at the premium. And I just showed you the premium. 78% was up here somewhere, around here somewhere, order block right here. I mean, that's a win-win in my eyes, and it sold down. Picked up the orders, sold off, all the way down here. So if you stayed in this trade, I mean, you made some money. Now, this stuff works on stock. It works on trading options. If you trade gold, silver, copper, aluminum, all that shit, it works the same way, bro. It works the same way. So just like, let me draw the field again, because I just want to reiterate this. You got your high, your low. Even though trading back through the fib levels, it kind of respected each fib in a way. But like I told my partner Friday, when the market was open, I was like, look, I said, I'm either buying this if we come back down here, or I'm selling this. Like it's no in between for me because it's no other trade because I know where the buyer's at and I know where the sellers are at. So we never came back to check off this order block. But we traded up here to this order block. So I said, all right, bet. I really wanted the 4-hour order block, but the 1-hour order block held court, and then we still closed below this 1-hour order block. Even though we rebounded after the initial sell right here, we rebounded with this candle, but we still closed below this order block. 76%. That's your premium. The market gonna sell at, unless the market is just super bearish and bullish, and it's just running through shit and running and running and running. Like we had one of them 100-point days or something like that. Then that's different. Those are the days I just stay out the way. But when the market is trading like a regular person, like a sane person, okay, this is my trade. And then, you can look at it in a different way, but like, all right, boom, this is a gap. I'm gonna draw the gap out right quick. This probably Winston. This is probably a trade Winston probably would have took. I drew it the wrong way. I drew it the wrong way. Huh?
Who said I didn't take it? That's the question.
You didn't take it?
Who said I didn't?
All right, so you got a gap.
It looked like I left all bad.
You have a gap. You have your gap right here. This was a gap too. So once you see Winston would be like, oh shit, we closing this gap. We probably gonna fill it. So Winston probably would have got in this candle, this right here, and took it to the upside. But I could be tripping. He probably would have took that, or he probably would have waited to trade the retracement, which was this.
Yeah.
I swear to God, I wish I was making this up, but I'm not. So however you want to look at it, gap fill, retracement. That's the trade you want to take? Cool. You want to trade the order block, sell it off? Cool. You want to sell us the premium with the rest of the market? Cool. However you look at it, it's gonna work. It's gonna work. You got your little, yeah, you even had no, you really didn't have no gap bounce. It went in there, kind of, But yeah, bro, I think that, to me, what I learned about, trading, I just simplify the shit. I simplify it, and I just go after the low hanging fruit. But if you get a mango from the top of the tree, a mango from the bottom of the tree, you still got a fucking mango. So, I ain't trying to complicate it. I ain't trying to sell you nothing. I ain't trying to be like you, well, all that other shit and try to be super technical and say all these big ass words. Nah. Gap fill, retracement. You can put the fib on the move, sell the 76, boom. It's totally up to you. However you view the market, that's how you trade the market. But it's more than one way to skin a cat, dog. And I'm showing you this with this just one move from Thursday and Friday, I believe. Yeah, I think this was Thursday and this was Friday. Yeah. So at the end of the day, dog, it's solely up to you how you want to trade it. If you was bullish on Friday and you found a reason to get in the market and trade, even right here, we had a little order block down here that we traded through, came back, picked up, never came back. Order block right here. Sold down, picked y'all up. Ta-ta. The thing is, though, it's just being confident in your trades and trading what what you're comfortable with. That's all. So keep in mind, always keep in mind, the market buys at a discount. And when I say the market, I mean like the big dogs that have a lot of funds that trade. They buy at a discount. They buy at a discount. Because remember, this was the move from Thursday. Rebounded, traded above. So this is the bottom of the move. This your discount. This when your discount start kicking in. 23%. They buy the discount. As you can see, they bought the fuck about the discount. And guess what they did? They sold the fucking premium. I wish I was lying to y'all, but I don't lie on Sundays. I'm gonna leave this shit on there. Fuck that. I'm gonna leave that on. But yeah, bro, that's all I got, man. If y'all have any questions, feel free to ask Winston.
I'm about to go through it again. Just pick my own brain and talk out loud. So if y'all do have a question for Mike,
yeah, bro,
y'all answer it now. I'm about to pull up that same exact chart. And like I said, here,
it don't even have to be.
we'll have the same idea and how you pointed out the gap. He created
like a big move. You trading the gap. You trade the retracement.
You trade the order block, and then I traded the gap, and we get the same. Even when you go back to the video,
same thing.
The shit just play out like that. It's not that hard. Well, it is. We want reason for everything, but it just some shit just worked here. So him trading the order block and me trading a gap retreat. And in this particular setup, I did multiple things that like multiple setups came up for me in this pocket. But I do after we do that, I probably just go like and all the way back and then just show them another one. This one's almost like cookie cutter perfect. So I try to
it is
trade.
But me personally, I was waiting for the market to sell back down to this order block. I wanted this to come first because I wanted to buy this all the way up to the 4-hour order block. But it didn't happen that way. So the 1-hour order block came first and I sold that. I wanted this to be my target, but I couldn't quite get it down to the 38%. So it just worked out that way. So, I mean, yeah, I wish, that's all I got, bro. Like I said, but if you have any questions about how to spot order blocks or how to trade them, now I will say this. Now, trading an order block, for instance, this 1-hour order block right here. So the order block is the opening of this candle, right? So on this candle, we took some heat, not a lot, but I'm gonna go to it on the 5-minute so I can show you exactly what I did. So I had orders at 46.13 right here. 46.13 00 or 25. I think it was 25. I got picked up right here. but I also had orders at 46.16, I think. Yeah. And I'm gonna show you why. Ooh, 46.16. Right here. I had ordered right here. You know why? Let me zoom in. Let me zoom in for y'all. Come on, man. Come on, man. 46.16. No, this ain't right here. 46.16.50. I had order right there. Because you know why? It's a 5-minute order block. Order block right above the 1 hour order block. So I'm like, okay, worst case scenario, we come all the way here. Now, if we would have traded through this, I'm out my trade. So now I'm waiting for the 4 hour order block to get activated. Now, if we trade through that, then I'm out the way. Like, okay, so we just clearly going to the upside. But I had my 4 hour order block highlighted. I said, okay. So I got in at the 1 hour, 46.13 00, I believe it was. And then boom, I said, well, I'm gonna put 2 more orders up here. I had 4 down here, and I put 2 up here. And that was murder she wrote. I'm like, all right, cool, I'm selling it. No biggie. And then we go back to price. We go back to price action. The high of this candle was 46.16.50. Got picked up right there. So I got picked up here, and I got picked up here, and we took a ride. Now, originally, I could have got out right here and be like, fuck it. But I wanted this down here. But as you can see, liquidity down here, right? So me being greedy, I'm like, I want us to trade through that shit and keep going. But we traded through it, we picked up the orders, and we reversed. That was your low. We put bodies next to that candle, however you want to look at it. We put bodies next to this wick. We reversed. Now trading back down, your order block will be right here. 45.92.50. Last down close candle, we trade through price. When price returns, we should get a bullish response. So that's how it looks on a 5-minute. That's how it looked on a 1 hour. So everybody good? Everybody understand what I'm saying? Y'all need me to break it down a little bit more? Or everybody good?
Yeah, I'm gonna just rewatch the video.
Okay, cool.
For a few.
Okay. Then okay. So, but this works on if you trade options, it works on, because candle behavior is candle behavior. Candles don't behave no differently in other markets, bro. It's the same shit. The big people trade where they trade at in each market, whether you're trading gold, silver, you're trading options, you're trading Tesla, Apple, whatever you trade. If you go on those charts and you're gonna find the same exact things. Now, I could break this down even further, but I don't want to confuse nobody, so I'm gonna just leave it at that. I yield my time.
on me.
Well, so you got to take us to the hood, bro. You got to take us to the hood.
On me. Now look me. Oh, let me log into this.
Huh?
I'm gonna piggyback off what you were saying.
Who now?
First. Yeah, trying to see what was going back over there. See, Maul ain't coming this bitch, huh?
Yeah, deduction.
Uh, all right.
Yeah, man. So that stuff works on anything you want to trade.
You made me the whole thing?
Well, how I do that, bro?
I could just replay
You
it.
know, I'm slow.
Hold on.
All right, there you go.
Sorry. And for the most part, I believe everyone in here knows. First, I'm gonna draw then a few things Mike didn't bring up that I'm gonna bring up. So, and the reasoning behind it. But
What's going on the West Bank, man?
You see that?
What happened? That's your computer died.
Everybody's still on there? I think everybody got kicked. Y'all still
No, we
here?
on here. Everybody was on here. Yeah, we still on here.
What the fuck? Y'all still can see my screen?
No, you're not sharing your screen.
Okay. Like I was saying, they have a few. So I'm just gonna go over the trades I took. A few of them that I can recall. So this was the gap right here. This was like an overnight trade. You got the gap right here. Found a 1 hour level in this gap. And you got your 1, 2, 3 gap then fill. Next time price come in, should sell off. You got that one. That happened. Okay. Within that happening, we had this. I'm gonna make this another. The other trade that Mike was talking about, the market imbalance. So when this printed, it printed like that, right? So I marked that on my chart. I only had this at the time. So when I got in this gap bounce, I sold down and collected my ticks, and it ended up making this market imbalance. It made two of them. So what I did was I marked both of them off. This one should be round 2. And if y'all don't know, you told them what the market imbalance was, right, Mike? Okay.
You could explain it again if you want to.
To me, it's a wick that's sitting up there by itself. The bigger the wick, the better it is for for me. I like it more. Like, for instance, this one right here, they have this candle like right next to it. I don't care for them as much. I didn't care for this one as much because it had a body next to it. So when it's just out there by itself, like this one right here, that's what I call a market imbalance. I don't want a candle on either side of it, not right off the dump. Let's say, um, what is it? Pre-wick. So before it, I don't want to have a candle right here. I'm not marking this one. It played out, but I just don't like those. So nevertheless, we got that bounce. Then I drew my imbalance, which is in the brown. Whenever the way I trade it is, whenever a candle closes inside this box, the same way I trade the gaps. Whenever a candle closes inside this box, I'm looking for it to go, like Mike said, put candles next to this whole wick. You heard me? It closed in here, came pick me up, and then
Oh,
ran.
that's what your trade. Okay, I see it.
It
All
was
right.
this one too. It was the sell off, the gap bounce.
Bounce.
This is a gap bounce.
Mm-hmm.
And then once this candle finally showed, I drew this because it was out there by itself.
Mm-hmm.
Like it closed up
That's
here,
your imbalance.
and this gap has already been tested because it got tested, it bounced. So I know it pulled liquidity out of the gap. So now my idea is, all right, this close, it should go fill and break this level, and you know what we're doing after that,
Right.
right? So
Right.
now I say this one was like cookie cutter, and I hate to use it, but it was the last one we did. And some of these trades I missed because it was just it was the shit was that easy. So you got your market imbalance. All right, closed in here. You take it to the upside to get all these to go to this box. You're trading this box pretty much. This candle filled it, so now you out. I'm out of the trade, right?
Mm-hmm.
I'm out of my brown box trade. But
Mm-hmm.
with that happening, the next trade setup you have is filling this 1 hour gap. But I
Mm-hmm.
know they have a level here, so I'm waiting for this level to break so I could get the rest of this gap filled. Level broke right here, came, picked you up, and went filled it.
And you know what's so crazy about that? Even you getting picked up right there, that's a fucking order block. So you get picked up at that order block, you take that bitch to the sky. So now, and this is what I learned. This is what I learned too doing homework. So when you have two gaps on top of each other like we had on Friday, the market wants to go to the higher gap.
I'm about to show you something else. I thought you were about to say what I said. Another thing y'all need to do, if you see two gaps on top of each other, you go here to your next time frame.
The food. It's a
And you
4 hour gap.
have a gap. Now, why am I so active on the up move? It's all playing out. What we were telling Supreme a while back, time continuity. So we know this is a 4 hour. This why I'm cool with taking everything to the upside. Off the rip, this 4 hour gap,
Kept closing inside of it.
it
Closing,
closed
closing.
inside of it. So
Yeah.
even though it didn't fill it in 3 candles, it kept closing inside of it. So now I'm taking this to the upside. Ironically, Mike, you got an order block here, you got an order block here. This candle closed above it. So that same 1 hour entry, it gave it to you again on a 4 hour. And
Yes,
you still
sir.
playing this line to the upside.
I don't think you should post this Zoom on YouTube.
It happens. It happens. So that's that was just like a perfect scenario with the shit going like that. So another thing, with the market imbalance, yeah, I think I had another one on a 10 minute. Where you at? Where you at? Where you
Right
at?
here. You're right, huh?
To your right? Where?
Not the one inside this gap, huh?
This one?
Yeah, that's not the one you're talking about,
No, because
huh?
you see how they had that candle next to it?
Mm-hmm.
I'm going all the way off of like what you said. If they
Mm-hmm.
have a candle anywhere on it,
Mm-hmm.
back or front,
Mm-hmm.
well, let me say on the back side, because you got to remember how the candles are printing. So you're not going to see, I can see this one. Once this wick comes, I can
Mm-hmm.
see the one in front of it. I can't see the one behind it because it hasn't printed yet. So as I'm going through it, nothing. Now, I would have took this one, but sometimes it's not going to give you entry. A thing I learned about these imbalances, sometimes the shit just run. It don't give you the perfect entry.
Mm-hmm.
If I would have had this mark, but this candle just went and put a body next to it. So now that trade it failed already. Because like I said, I played the same way I play my gaps. Close inside the box. I try to find entry in the whole box. The imbalance, what I've started to do with it, uh, is, and I think it happened probably on a 4 hour, something like that. Same thing. You see how you got that candle next to this one? I'm not playing it
Mm-hmm.
because that candle's there. And fortunately, if I would have played it, I would have got cooked. They got that balance there. I don't want to play it because they have a candle on the front side of this wick. I don't want to play it.
Mm-hmm.
But if I would have took it and somebody does play it, not saying it plays out like this all the time, I just it looked way clearer when I'm when it's just out
There's
by
no
itself.
candle on
Yeah.
the opposite side.
So
So
like my
like,
next trade is this one.
yeah, yeah.
I can tell y'all right now. So y'all can back test it on here. My next trade is right here. If we get a candle that closes inside of here, I'm playing this to the downside. And I'm gonna take my entry is gonna be come back and pick me up here. And I'm getting out right here. Oh, they ain't got it. We close inside this box. Playing here to here. They got a few other areas where, like I said, this one played out well. You look at this one. It looked like this other one played out well, but I'm not even wrong. So I'm not playing this one. Remember, because it got this candle right next to it. So that's the only reason I didn't mark that. It looked like that one played out, but like that's just me. I don't like when they already have candles on the side of it. This is another one right here. Look how they played, y'all. You could have took either one of them. So you got that flying in the wind. That candle closed in there. Came gave you entry right here on the back of the at at the tip of the box, and then it ran and it filled it. The next one, if you would have played this one, closed inside the box, came picked you up, and it ran to the top of the wick. It, what y'all want? Hello?
Market imbalance.
Hello? It got areas where it probably didn't work. I'm looking for the ones where it didn't work, but what we got? What number we at? That's 8, 9. I mean 5. Okay, let's find one. Look like this one didn't work. I know it did. It just didn't give me an entry. It failed. Dig. Let's try this. Try this one right here.
Oop, nothing.
All right. This one didn't work. It didn't go fill it. I'm cool with that. You heard me? I missed that one. This was my entry. Gave me a little what? This is my entry. I don't know if I got stopped out here or what, but
It didn't
stole
give you
off
what you wanted.
halfway, it didn't fill it. You dig? They ain't gonna work all the time. So we got 1, 2, 3. I got 3 to 1. Okay. 75% trade. And this is counting from, here go another one. Closed inside here. It didn't give you entry, but it failed. So I couldn't have got in this one because I'm trying to play the whole box. But the other thing I was saying was that depending on where this candle closes, and you got to see what your risk to reward is, because there's a few instances where it closes and it just keep running once it get in there. I would take, or what I'm starting to try to do is take one just off of it closing if there's more upside. So this is like in the middle. I wouldn't advise you take this because this is a 50-50 split. If you get in this candle right here, close to it. But if that candle closed up here and your market imbalance was here by chance, you got to take this. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
You got to take at least one, and then have the rest of your orders down at a lower thing because it'll keep on running. Take 1, 2, whatever your risk to reward is. You see how many ticks it could go down and says, all right, it's 5 or it's 10 or whatever. Okay, I'm gonna put up this many because I don't want to lose my whole position to this. You know what I'm saying? If it decides to actually give me entry, so I might do one here where it closed and just get in because it closed in there, and then I have the rest of my shit. Have one here, they have like 4 down here. Now I'm in 5 contracts, and they'll probably average down to where you'll be like somewhere in between this. You dig? So cool. I'm cool with that. Because sometimes that bitch closing, it'll run. Now we go into a gap I seen from way back when. Look what happened with that. That shit came, never tested this gap. Came in here, tested it, took off. You heard me? These two is they're amazing. They're amazing.
I mean, that's all you really need to have in your tool bag if you
They're
just
amazing. Hold on, I'm not done, Mike.
That's all you need, dog.
Hold on, Mike. I'm not
Don't
done.
overcomplicate it, brother.
Hold on, Mike. I'm not done.
Do your thing, brother.
From way back when, market imbalance. Candle closed inside of there. Your entry's right here. You caught a little heat on it. Went filled it. Hopefully it didn't hit your stop loss when it wigged down. But my entry's right here. Candle closed inside, entry right here. Exit. Filled. All right, let me go to one where I see one where it missed. I don't know. Right here. You got it right here. It came down. Now this is gonna be barring If this would have closed outside, I would have got out, even if it didn't hit my stop loss. Just keeping it a buck. Anytime the candle closes in there, and anytime a candle closes inside a gap and then close on the outside, I'm getting out of the trade until it come back in there. You dig? So even if I didn't get stopped out, on this one, I'm getting out because this red candle closed back outside of it. So even if it didn't hit my stop loss, I'm out of it. You hear me? Then it would have came back in. I probably would have played it again. But this is my entry. I'm not taking this because that's already half of the box. You hear me? That's already half of the box. So bam, got picked up, got cooked again. I'm out. I'm out again. Would I have taken this the third time? Probably fucking not, because I lost twice on it, right?
Right.
Bam. And then it came and closed, and this the time it failed. So that's just me being perfectly honest. I probably would have got smoked twice on this, and then it went the third time, and I wasn't in it, because fuck you, fucked over. Get honest, dog. That's all. Yeah, this was an imbalance. And like I said, it didn't give you an entry. It just went put bodies next to it. No win, no loss. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, this one right here, that's you cooked. You got cooked big time. I don't know which way it went. I was talking to my partner about this. I don't know which way it went first. I don't know if you call that a fill. You could. It definitely hit your entry. I don't know how this candle played out. Let me do this right quick. You would have to go. You go to the 10-minute. Which one was it? Is it this one? Okay. So what I'm doing is I'm going to the actual move to see on a smaller time frame what came first. So it closed in there. Then it looked like it gave you an entry and ran, but it didn't give you your exit. So you got you a few ticks on it. But if you was holding firm on your thing, hopefully you locked in something. But it closed right here, came picked up. You hear me? This is where you took it, and then it ran up for 30 minutes and sold off the next 30 minutes on an hourly time frame. So this was the hour close at 7. Oh, what's this? That probably is 8. Came down, picked you up. You thought everything was good. You was gonna get this exit. You ain't got your ham sandwich, and now you stopped out of that trade. And I'm praying that with 75% of this field that your stop loss kicked in. You know what I'm saying? Your trailing stop, but your take profit kicked in because it ran pretty high, and then it turned around. It didn't give you the ultimate, it hit your target. But I think this trade probably would have been green first. Close here, picture up. You were right here waiting. Then it ran and gave you what, 80% of the box, and then sold off. Now you got blue balls. You hear me? And get over.
So,
and that's this area that we were just looking at, but on the 10-minute, it looked like it didn't do nothing for you. But this red candle came down, went up there, and then sold off. But yeah, so these are two trades that Mike brought this one up a while back. Like he said, if y'all go on YouTube, he have a video.
what that was like 4 months ago, 5 months ago?
Yeah, it was like in May.
Okay.
Was it May, April, May? March.
March. Okay.
But I think on there it's called market review with technical analysis. We got it marked up, the time frame and everything. I've been watching this since then and just kind of marking it and just like laughing about it because we used to call this like a swing low, swing high, whatever like that. So sometimes these things are levels. So I was just marking it, and as of recent, probably I won't say the past 2 months, I've been sim trading it and getting active with it after I've been watching it and this
All
bitch
right. So look, Winston, I'm gonna ask you a serious question.
nice.
Knowing what you know now, right?
Uh-huh.
Why are you still riding the bus, bro?
Huh? Why am I still
Why
riding the bus?
Yeah, bro.
I don't know.
Hey,
That's a good
dog.
question. Hey, listen,
Hey,
listen. That's a good question. You
it's a
heard me?
great question. It's
That's a
a
great
great
question.
question.
Maybe because I ain't get dropped off yet. You know what I'm saying? But some of these things, but it's like some of these things, they can go hand in hand. We get mad at the job when it gets in the way of the trade, but how many trades have you actually taken while you were working? You're like, damn, I made this on the thing. I got them paying my health care. It's a perfect marriage.
I traded Thursday at work and got paid. I just left an order sitting there and I got picked up.
Yeah. So
But it's yeah, I'm for you though. I feel
it's
you.
one of them things. I don't think
Perspective.
I'm ready to rely solely on the market. You get what I'm saying?
Okay.
I don't know if
Yeah.
I'm ready for that burden. Somebody like even when you think of the guys who we learn from. I mean, fucking Ian charging people 400 a month, seminars. You know what I'm saying? They're doing a lot of shit outside of just trading. So I guess using this, trying to get that steady income versus waiting for one of these auto blocks to come up. And now it just so happened this shit. It was a whole bunch of them, like in a small time frame, bro. It's like I don't even think. Okay, that's a gap I got drawn, but most of these boxes are fucking wicks.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Just
Mm-hmm.
imbalances, bro. It's another one. If this shit come down here and close in here, I'm taking that, dog. Like this, you shouldn't have showed me this, nigga. And like I said,
I no,
I
I
just,
want I
you know,
gotta empower
everything
my
we
people,
talk
dog.
about, I just be in there, just meditating and looking, and I, this bitch was like, I'm like, damn, it did it again. And once you brought it up, a few times I'd be like, man, look how that went. And I just kept on saying, man, look, oh, look. And I ain't trading it. And then eventually I was like, let me see what the fuck. Let me see if I actually got in it, what it's going to do. This bitch worked, bro. This bitch worked. It's
Mm-hmm.
very simple. Y'all see these fucking wicks and a candle closing there. I don't, with this one, I'm not going to lie to you. By it being, this is what I like about this one over the gap. Now this is me. You know what I'm saying? The since what I've been telling you about gaps for what 3 years, 4 years.
Yeah.
What I like about this over the gap is that 9 times out of 10, this wick is gonna be by one of these auto blocks Mike was talking about. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna be a level that like this is like hold on. When you get them wicks, 9 times out of 10 is already a level. So how I told y'all on that gap trade I took, I had to wait. This gap trade I took, I had to wait for it to break this level, and then I got into that trade. But with this auto block, if I draw that line across, I got a level already. Like I'm just playing line to line, wick to wick. You know what I'm saying? Look at this wick. You draw a line across there, the box is already there, dog. Like the level is there on the wick alone, bro. You see what I'm saying? Like, I love it. I'm sorry. I love the trade, bro.
It's just a way to simplify the way you view the market and how you trade it instead of, you know,
This was not a big
instead
one.
of
Look at
instead
these
of trying to
wicks.
complicate the shit.
Look at these wicks. Something up there.
Yeah, we coming up there.
Yeah, this
We coming
this
up there
draw a line across.
soon.
I'm slowly but
Soon and
surely.
very soon.
I'm not gonna do it because it's almost like Rakim, like how you just won't pay respect to the people that got you there. But
Yeah.
this is slowly but surely starting to become one of my favorite trades. Like you were saying, I know, nigga, this is a setup. You
You know how to trade it now, bro. And then
Yeah,
now
hey.
you can find entry on smaller time frames to be like, all right, bitch. All right, there's a gap, about to bounce this bitch. We're gonna take this bitch all the way to the fucking. All right, cool. So now I could get in here and ride it all the way down.
Get it,
And be like, all right, cool.
I got all
So
these boxes up
a
here.
$1,000 trade turned into a $4,000 trade.
So no. And this is,
and you done for
like
the
I
week.
said, this moment we went back a little bit, but trust me, like if we go through our messages, if you go through some of the Zooms after he brought it up, I'm like, oh, and we'll just kind of like joke about it because it was like, all right, oh, remember that? No, you gotta go back and dive into it. This bitch is a, a man.
Simple.
That's my two. I'm the box boy. You heard me? I put that
Box
box.
Chevy.
It's going. It's up. So next week on a 60-minute, this is my trade. That bitch come down and close up under here. Y'all know why I'm at. What's this number? This is what I got on my mind right now. Closing under 4601. It's me. I'm in there. If it run from there, y'all know I got beat. Probably 10.
Right.
This tick thing I got is what, 40 ticks? So I'm down 500 if it ran. If I do it like that.
It should sell through that, bro. It should sell through that. It should sell through that low.
And why should it sell? Look.
It should sell through that low all the way down to this 1 hour order block.
And why is it gonna sell through that? Because it gotta come retrace this. Or did it do that already? Hold on. Get out of the way. No, that ran. Okay. You're gonna find a reason. Oh, hold on, right quick, Mike. My bad.
You good? You good?
And I'm gonna show him something else. Right quick, right fast. Why did he delete all that? This ain't for play, baby. Watching you. For that mother. Thought I had one of these bitches on like a bigger time frame, dog. Oh, you showed this one. I ain't gonna stop you on that one. But look at this. It's a daily. It probably did take off after this. You got that? Closed inside, picture up, ran. You heard me? Didn't give you everything you wanted. Came closed out, I'm out of that trade. Boom, I'm out of it. Came back, closed inside. Now we trying to get back in the trade. Pick up, down here. Make it bigger. What the niggas in the back? Make it bigger. I said closed in here. you would have got picked up on this one. So, oh, you took it here. You probably didn't get entry on this one. You got entry here. You got cooked. This is a lot of money. This is a daily. Okay?
Then you
Bam.
got fried.
You got fried. Man, I don't know what your stop loss is. Fine. Okay, let's see. 31. If this bitch came out of 91, I know I'm out. It didn't. Wait, hold on. No, over 20. Oh, yeah, I'm
Oh, that's ooh.
Yeah, I'm out of there. Bam. Now,
No.
I'm out. I told y'all, no matter what, it closed back outside the box. I'm gone. Came back in here. This is the second go around. I'm not giving up on you yet. Came, picked me up, woo 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 woo, in one day. Woo woo woo, woo woo, woo woo. That's fucking 34 to how the date. I'm just gonna go on how the date ended. 34 to fucking 42.10.
42.10. That's enough trading for the week.
It's on a bigger time frame. Hey, next day, filled.
But that's but if Maul was on here, that would be one of the trades that we tell them that's a swing trade. That's a swing trade because once you get in, so you got picked up, we close. Once you close above the last red candle right there, you close above that, you sitting that till we balance out, brother. We gotta balance out before you scare me off the street. It's a swing.
I think, hold on.
That's a trade that you swing right there.
Hey, buddy.
Lamar not in here. See what that nigga at.
This one cooked you. If you took it, but I'm not taking it because I'm on side. Now this is weekly. I'm just going a bigger time frame. I looked at all these. Let go. Come on. And this you're gonna have to take the shelf off. This is the weekly. Just showing y'all. Weekly. I got fried on this one. I'd have been pissed off, dog. Cause this a lot of money on the weekly, dog. So you take it. That wick probably like took you out. But the premise is the same. It's in there, never closed outside of there. I'm just going off of knowing the stop loss. You went way down there, you got fucked over. On a weekly, yes, that's a lot. Probably like 100 ticks.
Yeah.
And then it ran, filled it.
Yeah.
The one that we're in now, the reason I'm not in it, like I said, they got a candle next to it preceding it. But not trading it versus it not being there is two totally different things. Look at it. Look at it. Build it. Market imbalance. They got this one up here. Close up there, you might get an entry. Who knows? Who knows? Who knows? Look at this one. Going all the way back. Watch the left of it. This is what I'm looking at right now. Close inside of there. Closed inside. This bitch went down, boy. I don't know what came first. That bitch went down and it filled it. If your entry was here, it went down and did that. Now, if it went down first and filled it, obviously you're not fucking up there waiting to get an entry on something that didn't already have. But it's just, bruh. This halfway through, I'm not even trading that. So I think this is outside. When it closed in here, this didn't close in there, y'all. This is actually leaving out. So the closure in here is halfway. It did all that. I'm not taking that entry here. No way. That's just half of the shit is already ran through, bro. Like I said, that one cooked you. You just could just go back and find those wicks and y'all make your own thing. But this, I've been looking at it since he bought it up. And then, like I said, the past month or two, I've been actually trading the motherfucker. And I love it. I usually trade it on the 10-minute and the 1 hour. And it's been working. I've been making money with it, and I've lost a few times. It has is not 100% trade, but I know by me trading it, I know when I'm getting in, when I'm getting out. And like I said, what I love about it is not too far off. Like if you trade gaps, it's not too far off. It's like the same. I play it the same way. I'll have to see. Now, what I haven't did with it is, let's say, uh, this one down here at the bottom. We know that if the gap don't fill after the 3 candles, that it's probably gonna bounce the next time it come in. I don't know if that rule applies. So I'll say the gap fill rule of how I play it. When the candle closes inside of it, there's a 80% chance that it's just gonna go fill. But the other rules of it's gonna bounce, contain all those things. I don't know that yet. I just look at it for the feel because that's how it was brought to me. We're gonna need candles on the side of it, so that's that. I got any questions? Anybody?
No. I mean, for what I'm saying is find your market imbalance. Your next step after your market imbalance is find your candle within the trend that gives you your confirmation. Look to pick up your liquidity basically and go the opposite direction if it keeps hitting the same level because it's telling you that it has to go in that direction.
You lost me. You asking me what I'm saying?
No, I'm talking about as far as like the total process of which I talk about.
Oh, the total process is to me, not then Mike can go with his process of it. To me, I find my market imbalance and I wait for a fucking candle to close in there and I trade the box. I get picked up here, I go there. I'm not with this trade, I'm not looking at anything else because with me testing it, for the most part, these two outer ranges are levels. So this, if I draw a line across, I can argue that it's a level. Just put this up there. I don't have nothing more. I can argue this as a level. I can argue that. With the gaps, I have to kind of figure, you know what I'm saying? Oh, I got a level right here. Close this, then I can feel it. With this shit right here, look at it. I just drew the box. I drew a line across. Look at this. This way back when. You see the lines? Tap, tap. Close underneath. So allow. I can argue the outsides of these boxes as levels. That's one less step I have to take. Whereas with the gap, like I showed you on that hourly, I was waiting for it to break a certain level for me to trade the gap fill. On this imbalance, I've just been trading the box. I haven't paid it. Like this might be one that we could say, oh, it have a level on the whole.
Right.
So this one has this level right here, but I haven't had to, and maybe I need to. I haven't thought about that. I've just only thought of they want candles next to this. and it closed inside this box. Ironically, it played this level. That's pretty funny. Came up and sold off. Gave me entry right here and sold off. So for that imbalance, I'm not sure what you said. Maybe Mike can pick it back off of it. But all I'm waiting for is a candle to close inside that bitch, and I'm taking it to go to fill that whole box. If it closes back outside the box, I'm out of the trade. I'm either gonna get stopped out because I keep my entry here. I told y'all earlier, let's say for instance, this one closed. Depending on, I'm not doing that on the weekly because that's a lot of money in between, but like a 10-minute, I might just say, all right, this box has a lot more downside to it. So I could make a lot of, I still can make a lot of money. I take one here and then I got the rest of my orders there in case it just decides to keep running. But it closes inside the wick. I'm taking a trade. The order blocks, the everything else, I haven't had to worry about that. I haven't, till this day, I haven't marked the level inside of it or nothing. I just take it because 9 times out of 10, when I'm looking at it, it's an actual level, the outer parts of it. Sometimes your gaps have levels inside of it. This one, we've been rocking. So I heard you say some divergence stuff and everything. The way I trade it is it close inside there. Set my entry at the edge of the box, and then I'm just selling or I'm buying whichever way that wick is that needs the candles on side of it. Mike, you can go ahead and
What you mean?
because he said something else. It was longer than what
It was probably finding. He was probably speaking on finding something on a smaller time frame to take it in that direction.
Did that answer your question, Supreme? You start
no,
thinking of something different.
No, it's all right.
What you were saying?
I'm gonna just go back. I was saying the
You
process
talking
of
about
really
what Mike
saying
said?
how to.
What
Yeah, like y'all saying the same thing, but you simplified it. So I was just summing up. That's what y'all was saying.
Yeah, we pretty much saying the same thing. He's saying, he calling it a market imbalance. It's a trade. I'm saying it's a liquidity pool down there. That's why the market trade through it to find buyers or sellers, whatever direction it's in. That's all. But it's the same thing. That's why the trade works so well. That's all. But if you watch it back, I feel like once he posted and you watch it back, you probably gonna be like, you're gonna be like, I get it. Because I said a lot of shit.
What date we had that bitch up, bro?
I said a lot of shit in the beginning.
What date we had this bitch up, bro? Did I put it on the group? Hold on. I'm about to get the name for you. Okay, market, and then when you go on YouTube, go back to the first time he brought it up was market overview through technical analysis, and it's from 5 months ago, February 26th. And if you look at the timestamps, you could go straight to the part where he's talking about it. You were in there, Supreme, because you own the audio. So go back and look at that one too, and then you can look at this one again. And you should be able to click on it. It said like an hour and 19 when we start talking about it. Yeah. Please, I'm begging y'all. Just go look at it. Even if y'all do nothing with it. And it's like send me a message saying y'all went and looked at it. Because this job has to be done. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I checked it out. Whether you thumbs up, thumbs down, I'm not worried about that.
I really think that
watching looked at it.
I think that watching that video and then going back and rewatching this video will give them a lot of clarity and understanding.
Yeah, yeah. Please, everybody, the 5 people we have on there, go watch it. Go watch it, please, please, bro. Because the levels, like I said, Mike's well with them. Get you, just put that right there in that little side pouch. You have all your good shit in the bag. I just want y'all to put that in the side pouch. You hear me?
Yep.
That bitch nice, bro. It really is.
Yep.
Hmm.
Yep.
Wonder when this one gonna
I'm
get
glad I could be. I'm glad I could be of service to you guys, man. You know, just doing my
shit.
due diligence, dog. But the other shit I was talking about earlier, dog, like order blocks and selling the premium and buying the discount, or buying the discount and selling the premium. You know, however you look at it. Trust me when I tell you, I back tested that on every time frame you could back test it on. 1 minute, 5 minute, 1 hour. But you know, don't listen to me. Do your own due diligence. And you know, if you have any questions, just hit me up on on IG. Or I think most of y'all got my number. We're in a group, so I don't mind explaining this shit further. Cause I just want to see niggas get paid, bro.
This
And
shit
if
just
you
for
if you take
pride.
a trade like that, if you take a trade like that once a week, bro, with enough contracts, you don't. That's all you need, bro. An extra $2,500 a week, $3,000 a week. Look at that, bro. How many points is that? 10?
More than I got right now. Open up. Let me in, yeah. 12.
Guess what? It's gonna trade through that. It's
12.
gonna trade through that low all the way down to 43.83. I mean 45.83. Need I say why?
12 point,
It's gonna
12
trade
point,
all the way. You
48
see
tick.
that? You see that wick down there? It's gonna trade through that all the way down to that 1 hour order block, brother.
I'm getting emotional, dog.
And he's I'm getting emotional.
Because the nigga could
So
have slept on it, bro. Man, this bar, this been platinum, dog. Like Bobby said, ice everywhere, man. You hear me? Oh
oh
man, they
man.
had a few. Like I said, they had a few. Ah, I got hit. You know what I'm saying? My style law probably clicked in. Man, you
No.
gotta shoot. You gotta shoot that Jado, bro. This, this, this that one, dog. And it's another box trade, dog. Right there with the gaps. The first cousins, bro. If not sister and brother. Man, hit platinum, bro. You want another one? Like I said, what I love about this one, I can argue it's a level. I can argue that. I can argue that, bro. Look
Right.
at it. I can argue that. That imbalance, you can argue that that bitch is a level, dog. Right there, I ain't even look left yet. Let me go over there. I can argue that shit, bro. That bitch cold, dog. I'm about to go. I'm not looking at Rob. I'm not looking at no options. I'm out. I'm gone.
Not
Stay
going to the
trading,
hood?
fellas. I'm not going to the hood. I will not. I will not. Not today, buddy. None of y'all don't play options in this mother. Now I'm a text you. I go look at it. I got nah, nah.
Well, now just holding the phone. Now probably sleep.
Now open the door for us, dog. Don't y'all? We hey, he the man. You heard me? He's the Larry Monroe of stock groups.
Larry Morrow is a scammer.
No, he's not. Probably used to scam, but he's not a scammer. You don't get this far just scamming. And let your baby.
Oh shit.
If you got baby muscle, you could jerk a nigga out of contract and they ain't gonna do nothing.
Oh
Like
man, that's wild, dog.
They all got the connections, bruh.
That's wild, dog.
Man, you heard
But
me.
yeah, man. So I guess that's it, bro. You say you're not going to the hood.
I'm not. I won't. I want y'all to just hold on to this. I haven't been this passionate about a trade setup since the gap, which I started trading 3 years ago, bruh. I went through Mother Bar.
Trash.
You know what I'm saying? The two candle pattern. I went through a lot of
Trash.
shit. You know what I'm saying? Dividends, all of that. But the heart wants what the heart wants. I want fucking gap and market imbalance, dog. That's it. Mike, you just gave me what was that? The lunch hour rush?
Yeah.
Dowie? I want gaps and market imbalance.
All them shits work.
I don't
bro.
want to make y'all do it. I just want y'all to, like I said, even if you lie to me, just say, "Oh yeah, I looked at it." I need y'all to do that. I might write y'all later, be like, "Hey, Willie, you looked at it. Supreme, you looked at it. Now y'all want to look." I might just do that. Just lie
But
to me.
until then,
Lie to me, bro. Please, please. I'm asking y'all, please, bro. You know we get on here every week, Sunday after Sunday. Please. Go look at
nigga,
this video.
we gotta have niggas start.
Go,
We gotta have
go
niggas
on
start
any
posting
time
P&Ls
frame.
in here, bro.
I think Willie, you fuck with the 30 minute. Go on the 30 minute. Go do it. I dare you. Go do it. Supreme, what you 50? What minutes you on? What hours you on? Go do it. I dare you.
We gotta start having niggas post their P&Ls in here, dog.
Go
Niggas,
to the daily. Go any one of them bitches you want to, dog. I don't care. Just go do something. Fuck, I'm about to go. I'm out of here.
All right, bro. Y'all be good.